Greetings, everyone. It's an all-you-can-geek movie cast. Tonight we have Mike Siniti,
What's up?
Tony Korkanakis,
Yo.
and yours truly, Corey Feinsod, your host tonight. Again, no Jim. He's dealing with some things personally. So we will continue moving on without him, and once he is ready to come back, he will be here. But tonight we got the movie news, and we'll get right into it with what we've been up to this week. Mike, have you watched anything recently? Anything noteworthy?
No, just some YouTube stuff here and there. Nothing. I pretty much canceled all my streaming services now.
Oh,
Like I don't
really?
have any.
There's nothing that interests you on any of them that's like, oh, I should check this out and maybe I'll.
No, I mean obviously, based on the history of this podcast, I should have canceled them all like months ago because nothing, nothing is worth watching for me at
All
the
right,
moment.
fair enough. Well, how about
What
you,
does
Tony?
what
Did
does
you?
Ashley do? Like she doesn't watch anything?
We there is a Netflix account currently still.
So you do have one thing then, but
Yes.
that's like by month, I assume. Month to month, you go.
Yeah, I think there's. I don't want the Netflix overlords to hear it, but I think there's still a little, um, you know, some shenanigans going on between me and my brother. Still, so we're on vacation a lot. We'll say
Ah,
that.
okay, I
Oh.
got you. What about you, Tony? How about your?
Nothing new, but I've been watching some old stuff. Um,
Okay, okay.
so one of them was Dodgeball, classic.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Damn, nice.
and yeah, it still holds up pretty well. Um, a sub point I want to make, I will say after the next thing that I've been watching. So growing up, I never actually watched like Seinfeld consistently. It was just one of those things like flipping the channel, like,
Hmm,
oh, there's
on
nothing
its
else
own.
on Seinfeld. Yeah, okay,
Sure.
sure, I'll watch an episode.
Mhm.
So I've never watched it like back to back. So I think I'm in like season 4 or something. And there's actually some more
Mhm.
plot thread, like season wide threads than I thought.
Yeah,
And
there's
maybe
a
it's just
little
because
bit. Yeah.
Mm,
maybe I just like
yeah.
just saw it when it was syndicated and not
Hmm.
back to back. But I was like, oh, interesting. And that the humor holds up really well for the most part too. But both of these things, there's that element of ooh, a lot of these things have not aged well and like would not fly today, right? And I think we've mentioned this like last time I went
Sure.
through Friends or whatever like that. And it's
One of my favorite dodgeball quotes. I can't
yeah,
say anymore about
yeah, the R
how someone humping a doorknob. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I was like as soon as that happened, I was like, it was kind of like just like oh yeah, I forgot back in the day that word just was
Although
in
people are trying to bring it back.
yeah, unfortunately. So that's rough. The Seinfeld part. There was one episode though where so in the season, him and oh fuck, what's the George George
Jason? Oh,
Sure.
yeah George
Yeah. Oh.
Seinfeld and
Jason
George
Alexander. I was
yeah
like, thinking, like,
Jason
what is his name?
yeah they're trying to pitch a show to I guess NBC right
Mm.
um,
Hmm. Oh, I know
and
what you're getting to.
there's
Denise
this one
Richards' part.
yeah yeah they're getting it so they're meeting with the executive and he I guess in that episode he got food poisoning or whatever because Elaine sneezed on his pasta
Yeah,
dish.
which is
Mm.
funny, made up science there, but
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I was like, that does not happen that quickly. Like, okay, but yeah. So anyway, while he's like hurling in his executive bathroom, uh, Seinfeld and George are just there talking, and they had known prior that his daughter was going to be stopping by. So his daughter shows up, and it's like, okay, yeah, she's an attractive lady, but she's supposed to be, back then she's a young girl, like I guess a teenager, right? Like I think she was in,
I think she's meant to be like 16 or something.
yeah. And at some point, like she's just like bending forward to look through her backpack, and like her cleavage is out. And Seinfeld takes a peek and then nudges George, who just stares and gets caught by the guy. He's like, "Getting a good look, Costanza."
Costanza. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay. So first of all, that's kind of skeevy by even I would hope '90s standards, but maybe not. But then the second part where I'm like now knowing as an adult the knowledge that Jerry himself was with a 17-year-old when he was like 40 something. I'm like, that's pretty gross. Actually, I don't know if that's has any relation at all to do with real life, but I was just like, I can't really find it in myself to laugh at this scene, but whatever. It is a
Yeah. No,
part of
absolutely. Sometimes you're watching like you're going through shorts, whatever, and they get
yeah,
the clips from TV shows like Big Bang Theory or whatever, and
yeah.
Two and a Half Men come up all the time for some reason
Oh,
for me.
yeah.
And that's one where if you have a guy who specifically is just like taking advantage of women constantly, it's like
Lying.
very
Yeah,
much
yeah.
and
Those
Megan Fox
those
shows
aren't
up in
even that
that.
old, and
No, but
relatively
I'm saying, but
speaking.
Megan Fox shows up and she's 16 or whatever at the time, and
Oh,
it's like they're like sexualizing her, right? And it's just like, yeah, back then it was like I don't know what it was. This wasn't as like frowned upon, or didn't people didn't think it was such a
uh,
bad thing. But yeah,
yeah,
it was going around there, like any type of
yeah. So
juvenile thing. Just like, oh,
overall, it's still overall it's funny, but yeah, just that part. I'm like, ooh, I can't like this one. They probably might
yeah,
want to remove.
I
I don't know,
gotcha.
remove
Well, that's the
like
thing about like dodgeball. We talked about
Well,
like
okay.
they don't make hard R comedies like that
yeah,
anymore,
yeah, yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like I actually recently watched The Hangover, and that's another one
Hmm.
where it's like
Oh yeah, that
a
wouldn't
lot
fly.
of the jokes
Yeah,
wouldn't fly today. Like that movie would not be made the
yeah,
way it was made.
Okay, because he pronounces the word differently.
Right.
yeah. So yeah, it's funny. It's just an interesting relic that's reflective of those times. The '90s
Mm.
and the early aughts. I
Yeah.
guess was dodgeball. Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to be
Yeah,
a
it was
sequel,
like
right? I mean, that's
2004.
Suppose was it, so. That's the thing that reminded me actually. Where I'm watching this, I'm like, what the fuck happened to Vince Vaughn? Right? I'm like, that dude just fell off the face of the earth, right? And
No, he tried. He
yeah,
tried his hand at some more dramatic roles, and well, he was actually dramatic before that too. But I don't know.
he
He
got
just that was about it. Like he was in like I remember the last thing I
he
saw him in
aged
was
out,
the
man. He aged
breakup.
out. It happens.
yeah,
Remember? Does anyone
Yeah, man.
remember the breakup with Jennifer Aniston?
yeah,
Sure.
It was like a. It was. I guess it was kind of. It was meant. It was positioned as like both one of those comedies, but also a romantic
yeah.
comedy, and it ended up like pleasing no one, kind of. And but no, I remember everyone was upset at Vince Vaughn for looking all like overweight in that movie. And it was like a thing at the time. And they
Hmm.
actually commented on it because in the final scene, which must have been filmed later, he was thinner too.
Mm,
She's like, "Oh, you look good." Like, okay. I remember that was like kind of the end of his like star power for that time.
yeah. But yeah, it's a shame, and it's like one of those things where I'm like, man, I wish we would get a sequel to Dodgeball. I wish we got a sequel to Old School. Like that's my favorite
Yeah.
comedy of that era. But
Yeah, and that is something from this year that I do want to watch. I still want to watch the new Naked Gun because that's even older
yeah,
Oh
school
yeah.
throwback thing. I'll see if I can get to that. Put it on my list probably.
should
Anything
be
I
on streaming
watch,
soon.
I think it's already on
Yeah, it's
Paramount.
on something.
Oh, for
It's
like
got to be by
Um,
now.
as part of the subscription, not like a.
I think so.
Hmm,
I'll have to check, but
yeah,
I know, like, yeah, a lot of the movies have reached like those movies. They come and go through the theater so quick that they hit the streaming services so fast now. So
yeah,
it's gonna happen.
crazy world we live in.
Anything else there, Tony?
Yeah, just more Ranma too. That was a new episode every week,
Okay.
and that's still funny.
That was so cute.
And it's funny because like some of the stuff though, it's like it's just borderline on like some of the same thing, like kind of like skeeviness, right? Because like
Right.
the whole
well,
thing is Ranma
I
turns into a
mean,
girl and she splashes water. And there's one episode where these high school boys are like, oh, I don't know what Ranma's doing, but he's hot as a girl, and it's like, oh, like, okay, sure,
Yep. It's definitely weird. Puts them in awkward situations, but
yeah, yeah,
it's cartoons can get away with things a little bit
yeah,
easier.
for sure, because it's not
So,
not real people.
right. Right. Yeah. Well, for me, I've been watching a little more
for
anime
you
as
anime
well.
enjoyers, yeah,
It's dude, it's so popular. Like, $25 billion
I
industry
understand that, but I mean,
or
it's
whatever it
the
was. It
same
was
thing.
on
It's
news.
just okay, cartoons.
It's
So
so good,
okay,
but it's great. I watched Saw for like for
The
some reason it
original
came
Saw?
up. The original Saw.
Wow.
It's like, so I did like all this escape room stuff and I was like, oh, there's like a horror movie. Like I was telling my friend, I was like, oh, we should watch this horror movie because it was kind of like the start of this whole thing of like, um, these traps that people are in. Because now like there's like movies that I feel like this one started a lot of that,
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah, yeah,
where it's like kind of the ending blew people's minds because like, oh
There'd
my
be no
god,
escape rooms without
spoiler
Saw.
alert for a movie that was like out 20 years ago
Yeah.
or whatever it was, but like the guy, the main killer is in the room the whole time. It's like, whoa, this is crazy. And then like the questions start coming, but that held up pretty well. I would say some of the acting was just way over the top though. Like Carrie
Oh yeah.
Ellis, what's his, you know who I'm talking about, the blonde
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
the doctor in that movie, but he's just so over the top in some of his acting. It's laughable, but it like kind of works for the movie. And then you have just some like crazy random stuff like Danny Glover's in it, and his character's just like some disgruntled cop guy because he got his partner killed or whatever, and and
Shit.
his ending and like his conclusion to his story is just like kind of out there. Like what this is so weird, but it was still probably the best Saw movie, and then they made like eight of them, so it's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy. I think I watched the first three, and then afterwards, it's like, these are just getting progressively worse, and just
Yeah, that's what happens. I mean, because once the gimmick's done, it's like
right, because then you
you
start to
kind
look
of
for it, right, and it's like,
right, and loses its like off or surprise factor, or the whole like, oh no, like I didn't see that coming.
yeah,
Yeah, I was just trying to. So I wanted to watch some more Halloweeny type horror stuff though, so I was trying to get into more of those movies, but that was the only one I actually ended up watching. So, but yeah, that's a bit for me. Speaking of Halloween stuff, the box office, Black Phone 2 in its third week took number one, and I
what's
think it was
that?
because of the Halloween
What is that?
appeal. It is a horror film.
Some
I
horror
don't
movie.
know much about it other than it's a horror movie.
Who's in it?
Couldn't even tell you. Let's see. I mean, I can tell you if I
What's
look
it
at.
about? Is it about a phone, like a killer phone, like Death Note, but with a
Killer
phone?
phone.
Can you imagine that if it was
A
Death Note with a
kid
phone? Like you text it, like,
who's like Finn, who's now 17, struggles with life after his captivity. His sister begins receiving calls in her dreams from a black phone and seeing disturbing visions of three boys being stalked at a winter camp known as Alpine Lake.
So this is
That
like
is,
child actor stuff or
I mean, they're like
17-year-olds.
teenagers.
But I mean, like
Yeah.
no one we know.
No, I mean, I didn't recognize anybody from the
I mean, it
trailers.
seems super budget to my understanding,
Oh yeah.
so I
hmm
can't
I
imagine
mean,
they would get
but it
good
is a
child actors.
sequel, so
Really? Oh yeah, you said two, right?
yeah. Then we had Regretting You, the romantic comedy. Then Chainsaw Man was number three. K-pop Demon Hunters
Oh
coming
yeah,
in
came
number
by. Yep,
four. Yep.
yep.
So we're back. Begonia was number five.
Yeah, these numbers aren't good. Like the top is like 8 million or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. Black Phone 8 million, 7 million, 6 million, 5 million. I mean, K-pop Demon Hunters, which is part of your Netflix subscription, made $5 million.
Yeah.
So there's that.
It is funny though, because I was at my niece's for Halloween, because her neighborhood is prime real estate for getting a lot of traffic. So we're hanging out there and seeing costumes, kids go by and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And I actually saw like a good amount of like anime stuff. I was like, wow, like what? Like they actually made
Yeah.
costumes for like kids? Like it's
I,
great.
I
Like
had 20 or 30 kids come to my
yeah,
house, and there was three K-pop Demon Hunter
yeah, yeah,
costumes.
yeah. I saw
They
a
were
bunch
all
of
roomy, but whatever.
yeah, yeah. And
So,
I saw a bunch of like Demon Slayers, but like kids around
mhm.
like 10 or something. Like I'm like, should you
Yeah,
be watching that? Like that's pretty violent. Like it's a lot of
yeah.
blood and beheadings and gore. I was like, okay, whatever, sure.
I mean, it could have been Chainsaw Man though. I mean, they could have they could have been watching that because that movie made $6 million. So,
Yep, yep, could have been.
yeah.
Trying to remember what I saw kids wearing because I took my kid trick or treating. But taking him, you're mostly just seeing him go to each door. But I saw Hollow Knight, the first one, Hollow
Oh,
Knight. That was interesting.
Oh,
Since there
cool.
was the Hollow Knight.
That's funny.
Um, yeah. And then a few Spider-Man and Superman. Those are
and the
about
classics. They never
it.
die.
Yeah. Oh,
All right. So I will say though, coming up this weekend, there's a movie I really would like to see, and that's Predator Badlands. That
That has
looks
been
really
getting
good.
good reviews apparently.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fresh, certified fresh, I
Yeah.
think.
What was it,
Yeah,
87% or something like that the last time I checked? So that's great. Good for that movie. And for Trachtenberg, I think the director's name is. Prey was good. I like Prey. He did that. Basically, it was like Native American era
hmm
Predator with, very little high-tech weaponry. This one seems to take place a little bit more in the future with androids and things. So, and could lead to a Alien versus Predator film because the Wayland Yutani android is played by Elle Fanning. So there's ties to Alien. But that's this week. Do you guys think that's gonna break? Like, what do you think that lands as far as the weekend gross? 20 to 30? Is that
I'd say 30.
What did the last one
Tony
do?
doesn't believe it.
What did the last one? Whatever the last one did, I will say it'll be flat to that.
I don't think it did anything 'cause I think it was like a Hulu movie, right? Didn't it? I don't
Well,
even know if that was in the uh
if it
theaters.
did, if it did between 20 and 30, I would be surprised. Like, I just think the box office is.
competition lately.
It's that bad. Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
don't even
nothing
Prey
about
was
the
in
movie
there.
itself. I just think the box office is just. not
Yeah.
good.
20 to 30 is where I was landing. I would love to see it do better than that, but like, what else? There's nothing else, right?
Does it matter? Like,
No,
the only
but I
thing that
mean,
matters the rest of the year
not
is
film wise. I'm
Zootopia.
just saying that nothing else is going on, and like, it's not Halloween. It's
world.
not like
Doesn't
what else is
matter though. Doesn't
happening?
matter. TikTok is
It doesn't.
happening. YouTube is happening. Fortnite is
I
happening.
know.
Like,
Yeah,
kids these days
streaming
don't want
services.
movies. And unfortunately, you need that demographic. You need that young adult demographic, and
Yeah.
they're just. I mean, that Predator. As much as I love it, that's an old people movie. Like, they're like, what the fuck is a Predator? Like,
Yeah. Well,
I mean, there's been Predator movies lately now.
sure,
They're not big,
but I'm
but
just
they've
saying
been
it's
happening.
for old people. It's not for
yeah.
it's not for the younger
Yeah.
crowd.
Well,
Like,
it's definitely not for the kids, like
crowd
the
doesn't buy
little
anything anyway.
tweens or whatever.
if there's like people under the age of 25 that are in a Predator, I would be like shocked. I'd be like, how? Like, what'd you do? Like, are you a film buff? Is that what it is? Because like, I don't, they just don't get exposed to this kind of stuff. Like, I know it's hard to wrap your brain around and accept it, but it's just an old people thing.
Yeah.
Just like
They don't have
Terminator.
money anyway. It doesn't matter.
I do not see Prey box office anywhere. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it came out to theaters. I think that's just a Hulu thing.
Like, I bet you Five Nights at Freddy's is going to do better than this. Like,
yeah.
whatever Five
Yeah,
Nights at
that's
Freddy's, that probably is going to outdo this.
It's like Gen Z's thing.
Yeah, Minecraft, like that's what
It's coming out next month. Yeah. And then we have Zootopia this year too, right?
Zootopia and Avatar 3, the only things that matter for the rest of the year.
Well, that's your box office. Let's get into some movie news. Not much going on in the movie world this year, this week,
year.
but
This year. That's true.
I mean, it's not
true.
wrong, right?
This year.
But we did get some interesting news regarding The Mummy, and we have Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz returning to a new Mummy movie. What do you guys think of that? I think that's pretty interesting. I saw that today too, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." But
Pretty cool. I don't remember how they left off with these characters or that world, honestly. I remember the first two movies.
like the
vaguely,
Jet
and
Li one, was
I
that the
didn't watch
last
the
one
third one.
that they were in?
I don't think I watched the third one. Was that the third one? Was there only three?
No, well, was the Scorpion King number 2? Oh,
Scorpion King.
No, it was Mummy
Yeah.
1 and 2, and Scorpion King is the.
Wasn't that there was a spin-off though with like just about Scorpion King, wasn't there?
yes, there definitely was. But like, there was the one with Jet Li. I remember that. But the Mummy Returns. I don't remember the Mummy.
I don't know.
Scorpion King.
See, well, regardless, does anyone remember where they left
Oh, it
off?
is the Mummy 4. So the Mummy 4 is this is the one that we're talking about now.
Yeah.
So I guess the Jet Li one was the third
Yeah, I don't
one, and then there's
remember.
a Scorpion King
I think I watched that.
spin-off movie,
Mhm.
and the Mummy Returns is the one with the Rock. Yeah, he's on the poster. So the Mummy Returns has him in it.
Famous CGI.
Oh, one of the best. What are you talking about?
The best ever, maybe.
Yeah, but it's cool to see Fraser back, especially since that's the movie that got him injured and like took him out of acting for a long time.
Really.
So I'm pretty surprised actually by that. That was the first thing I thought of.
I didn't even know that.
You know, that's how like he gained a lot of weight and things like that because he couldn't do much and things. So,
Hmm.
all right,
But yeah,
and
I
finally,
mean, are how interested are we in this though? That's the question.
I gotta see more. I mean, I'm excited to. I mean, I'm glad to hear that
Like
they're back.
it's interesting that they're doing it, but yeah, like these nostalgia things, it's all up to execution, right? Like for every I don't know, trying to think of something, whatever, it's gonna be like meh to bad, and then every now and then you're gonna get a Top Gun, Maverick
Right.
situation where it's like holy shit, that's better than the original, like you know.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
it's
No, I
interesting
mean,
that they're
like,
doing it again,
did
sure.
Hocus Pocus
Yeah, yeah,
move the needle at
That
all? Like,
yeah,
no.
I mean, that is something that I've sort of felt, and it's almost like remakes and games too. Like when you do these legacy sequels, you can't just kind of match like the quality of the first one. You have to use all that time and retrospective like knowledge to try to do something new and better to make it like as good in a
Yeah.
way. You have to be like objectively better to be as good, sort of, and
Well,
that's the
yeah. I
problem
mean,
with these.
otherwise, you have the first one. That's what we've seen with all
Oh
these
yeah,
horror films, like the Saw we were
that's
talking about
why
earlier. They're like, what are they doing better than the original?
that's why the new Mortal Kombat movie series is like it felt of similar like relevance and quality as the old movies, which were fun at the time, but like there's no reason to just kind of be that level again now, you know? So
Yeah.
that's you need them to take a step up. So we'll see.
But what is exciting and something to be excited about is a teaser. And that teaser has to do with the Godzilla Minus One sequel.
yep,
Tony,
yep.
what's going on there?
I think it's Godzilla Minus Zero, right?
Yes, yeah. So there was a teaser a couple days ago. Basically, it was just a little short video of it showing like a panning of the Godzilla G from the
Yep,
Godzilla Minus One, and then it shows the minus 1.0, and then that goes away, and then it brings up minus 0.0, and so
yep.
Godzilla Minus Zero is
Uh,
the
Godzilla.
name of the sequel
Yep.
uh, to Godzilla Minus One, which was, and we talked about it before. It was in my top five or top three or whatever of the year, and then later on, I'm like, I made a mistake. That should have been
I
number
made a
one.
mistake. Yeah, it should be exciting. Hopefully, they got a bit more budget. Not like they I felt the movie was
I'm
compromised at
curious
all,
about
but like
though, yeah.
but if the director got
Being
more, it'd be interesting to see.
constrained though with
Right.
that budget, did that improve the film?
Yeah, it might. It probably did. When you have more restrictions, breeds creativity, right? So.
Right. Like you have to find new and interesting ways to do the things you want to do in a film instead of just taking the easy route, right? So I'm excited for this because that film was amazing. I'm very curious where they go with it, with the way that the last one ended, because it's not one of those movies that seems or necessarily needed a sequel, but that universe, that world they built, I do want to revisit it. I do want to go back to it. So I'm excited for it. Did you get to see this one, Mike? No, no, it's one of the. It didn't seem like a movie
I know
that
you
you.
guys liked it, but whatever.
Yeah, no,
It's not
and
really
just
my cup of tea.
the whole like round's eye view of this instead of being from the monster view is
Overfield.
yeah, is really cool. But yeah, I'm excited. I do think they have to give him more money, at least a little bit more money, but I don't think he necessarily is going to use it to take shortcuts, right? So he's gonna, I think, use it to improve the film instead of make things easier for him.
Yep.
So that's exciting.
That's what you
And
hope
that's
for.
really it for the